Good morning. Today is Sunday, September 1st. I'm streaming RobotJS beta development using my MacBook Pro in Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to start up the local SQL Sync server and all right, let's start it up. Now I'm going to upload the reducer to it, which will map JavaScript commands to database commands and schema. Just a minute. All right, and on the left it says put reducer 200, okay. So now I just have to start up the front end, pm space dev dev. That's started up on localhost, which I have in an embedded Visual Studio Code browser called Simple Browser. Refresh that. There we go. So yesterday I fixed the background so that when I embed demo robot.js, the background looks normal. So here's what it looks like without the background fixed. Let's see through it. And here's what localhost copy. And here's what the new localhost one looks like when I embed it in Visual Studio Code or OBS Studio for a stream. So on the left-hand side, it's got no background, and on the right-hand side it does. And then I also added this PayPal donate button, which doesn't actually work in the embedded Visual Studio Code. And so that's what I did yesterday. I open up my notes here. Read those. Where did I put my notes? Yeah, I have a lot of website changes to make. It's probably about a week or two of work, maybe a couple months, who knows. So I have a lot of stuff to do in this month of September. I'm at least trying to stream for 2 hours a day, and that will help me get 2 hours of work done a day and build up some followers so I can hopefully monetize from working on this. Um, in lieu of Elon Musk clicking on my PayPal donate button. Um, so for the websites, I have to rename Fleet Manager, which is what I've been calling this, to robotjs.org on GitHub. I have to rename the repo. I have to factor out the old robotjs.org and then redirect. Then I have to redirect demo robotjs to just robotjs.org. I have to fix all my social links. And I want to add a similar button to my personal website. GitHub, I gotta clean up all my branches. Open source the alpha release. I'm gonna reorder some stuff based on some time estimates and stuff. All right, so here's my to-do list. I'm saying I'm still in alpha development, so this is my version 1 alpha release. So I guess for alpha version 2, I gotta work on my version numbers, but this is fine for now. For version 2, basically want to complete this entire to-do list before open sourcing the alpha release and setting up the beta release. All right, I'm gonna repeat that back to myself. September, I'm estimating about 1 week so far of 2 hours of work per day. So I think it'll take me about a week to get through this alpha release and open sourcing it on GitHub and setting up the beta release. Not doing any beta release work though. So for the websites, I have to rename This is like a GitHub task. Yeah, okay, September for the websites. I have to factor out the old RobotJS repo out of the website and make it the current fleet manager slash new robotjs.org. So this, what I'm showing now, is located at demo.robotjs.org, but I want it to be located at robotjs.org and get rid of all the old stuff. Then I also want to set up a redirect from demo.robotjs.org to robotjs.org. I want to fix all of the social links with the new branding, robotjs.org. And then I want to also add this new PayPal button to my personal website as well. I might redo my entire personal website, I don't know. And I got to re-release both of those websites with all those changes. In Visual Studio Code, I've got to set up React 3 URDF, which is in the main new open source library I'm releasing as an imported library into robotjs.org. And then I also want to do a beta proof of concept. I want to implement the multi-robot selection feature that I have working in that React 3 URDF library. And I've got maybe a dozen robots working, so I want to get those 12 different robots working. So if you click on robots, add a new robot, new type of robot, I'm going to add a drop-down menu right here on the right side that lets you select the type of robot, maybe with like a small thumbnail picture of it. I'd also like to get that small thumbnail picture into the list so that when you're looking at them, you can see which type of robot it is. Then add it. Assign it tasks. Like that. All right, and then on GitHub, I have to rename the Fleet Manager repo to robotjs.org. I have to clean up all my branches on the Fleet Manager / robotjs.org repo and the React 3 URDF repo. I have to open source the alpha release of RobotJS on GitHub, which includes the Fleet Manager / robotjs repo and React 3 URDF repo. And then I want to set up the beta release on GitHub using GitHub issues. GitHub releases and issues. So I think that should take me about 1 week, maybe 2. Could even take 3 or 4 months, depending on life. Truthfully, I am just exhausted right now. I want to see. My YouTube stream has an error saying that the video resolution is too high. Because I've got my MacBook plugged into my HDMI monitor. So if I go to system settings, may as well show this on OBS. Wow, that was way more difficult than I thought it would be. I forgot how to do that. All right. So the reason I'm in my system settings is because I have this warning from YouTube. YouTube says you need to change the video resolution. The current resolution is 3440 by 1414, which is not supported for this configuration. The expected resolution is 2560 by 1440. let's see. I think I probably do that from inside of OBS Studio. I don't think I do that from. I've never manually changed the resolution before. So YouTube says it needs to be 2560. I gotta write this down. YouTube says it needs to be 2560 by 1440 pixels. All right. So I'm gonna stop the stream. And then start over again. Edit this title. All right, so I've got to end the stream and start back up in a little while because YouTube isn't happy with me. Yes, YouTube's not happy with me. Be back soon. Need to fix OBS Studio output resolution for YouTube stream. Boy, oh boy, OBS Studio sure is trippy.